Hey, y'all, I'm so sorry. Excuse me if I'm a little annoyed because I literally just did like 7 minutes of a review and I realized my mic wasn't even like attached to me and I don't want to do y'all like that. I don't want to do it so that y'all can't hear me. So excuse me if I'm a little bit annoyed. This weekend has been hell on earth for me. I don't know what the hell is going on in my life right now, but I'm gonna need everything to stable out because I really want to pump out my videos to y'all, but everything around me is just fucking stopping me from doing so. It's absolutely ridiculous. But don't worry, y'all. I tell y'all all the time, I'm trying. And if any review I'm gonna come back and give y'all, it's gonna be the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't give if it's a week, 2, 3 weeks later. I'm gonna give it to y'all. Period. And I think I'm gonna do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I think after this, I might just knock out the first 2 episodes that I reviewed so I could be caught up. But anyway, let's get to it. Anyway, so again, I got to do this all over again. So excuse me if I'm a little annoyed or if it seems like I'm rushing through the first couple minutes. But like I said, the last time I was recording that y'all didn't see, this episode really wasn't a whole lot. It really wasn't. It wasn't really a whole lot. I got a few little gripes here and there, but we'll get to it. Let's get to it. So again, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11, episode 18. So they're going to actually, y'all, let me close my thingy because let me close my door. Like, I don't understand. This whole like this room that I'm in right now is really specifically for me to do my YouTube shit. Haven't even been in here. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so okay, Del Mar. Everybody's going to Del Mar, aka San Diego. Okay, so Dorit calls Kathy. Sorry, y'all. Dorit calls Kathy, okay? And she pretty much is saying how, she's tired of Garcelle and Beast Forward and all this other stupid shit that we done talked about. And Kathy, like me and the rest of the viewing audience, is just like, girl, yeah, yep. Sounds about, girl, we don't give a fuck. Kathy don't give a fuck, and neither do we, because you are just grasping. You're grasping for shit when it comes to Garcelle. Don't know why, don't really get why, but you are. And we don't give a fuck, just like Kathy don't give a fuck. Moving on. Everybody gathers at Kyle's house so that they can all, I guess, leave to go. Erica comes in and she said that her dog was in the car, so she was just gonna go ahead and leave before everybody else. Now Crystal was like, she did that because she don't want to be around people, and I don't blame her because I do the same thing. But then come to realize everybody drove on their own, which is I think one of the few times I've actually even ever seen that. But everybody drove themselves, so I'm like, she really wouldn't have been around everybody anyway. But okay, whatever. So, oh yeah, pause. Kathy is funny as hell. Kathy Hilton is really a rich white woman who's never had to do anything for herself. And as annoying as that is as time for certain people, Kathy makes it funny. She makes it funny. Like, sis left her bag at the house that had like all her stuff on her cell phone, and Kyle is like, girl, was like, our mama spoiled her, and then she got with my brother-in-law and he spoils her, so she don't know how to do shit for herself. I believe that. Anyway, they get to the resort nice as hell. Now when Sutton originally like got to Kyle's house, she was talking about how her foot was kind of messed up, but when she got to the hotel, it really got bad. It was like black and blue bad, so she had to go to the hospital. All I have to say, they did the pop-up picnic, or Kathy arranged a pop-up picnic. Now y'all know her and Kyle stayed in the presidential suite. Nice as hell, obviously. But yeah, she's gonna do a pop-up picnic on the beach. So all of the girls go down to the beach. Really, really nice setup. I love how the hotel put that together quick as hell. Cause it literally said that she asked about that a few hours earlier. I'm like, see, when you have the coin, that's what they'll do for you. So yeah, they looked at the sea lions, knocking boots and all of that, and went to go sit down. So I think it was maybe, so Kyle tells everybody why Sutton is not there. And then maybe it's the read, I think, who was like, so what's going on with y'all two talking about Erica and Sutton? And Erica was like, I just don't like being called a liar at the end of the day. And she called me a liar. And then I think the read was like, well, no, she didn't call you a liar. That was said multiple times throughout this thing. Just because you did not say something out your mouth, Erica, you are a liar, that doesn't mean that you didn't say that she lied. Which we'll touch on a little bit anyway. Erica was like, she did call me a liar, and I don't like that. So at the end of the day, there's nothing to talk about. I don't really have to have her in my life. Like, that door is pretty much closed. So then Kyle also talks about, agrees with Erica when she said she did call her a liar. And then she brings up the whole car crash situation and how Bravo flashes back to that conversation that it was just Kyle and Sutton having at her house. And when Sutton was questioning, the validity of the story about, Tom's car going over and flipping and they're being unconscious for 12 hours, however the fuck long. Girl, we all thought that story was fishy. And my main thing about Kyle is I don't understand. I thought Sutton is supposed to be your friend, like Sutton said. Like, if I'm supposed to be your friend, why do you keep throwing me under the bus? Like, why does Kyle keep doing that? And what's very annoying, I think, to me and the viewing audience is the fact that Kyle and Dorit both had shit to say too. The last dinner that y'all had was with y'all husbands. Y'all sat there damn near the whole time and talked about Erica and her situation. Now at that dinner, y'all might have said that y'all believed her, but point of the matter is y'all still was talking shit. And when y'all had that meeting with Sutton, y'all all, Dorit in particular, said that she agreed with a lot of the shit that Sutton had to say. So it's very annoying that now everybody wants to play coy and play stupid. And Kyle, you're full of that's fucked up to keep throwing Sutton under the bus like that. Like, for some reason, it's Kyle every time being like, no, but you did say, no, even with it being true, why would you do that to your friend? Don't get that. But anyway, so then Dorit brings up the whole car crash stuff. And she was like, yeah, I know you told us about the car crash and him being out for 12 hours. And then Erica goes, allegedly. Kyle was mid-thing. She said, bitch, that was me. What do you mean allegedly? And even Dorit, you could tell, was kind of thrown off because she was like, yeah, but that's what you told me. That's what you told us, Erica. You can't do that and then say allegedly. Like, this is why people be thinking you're lying, girl. This is why people don't believe you. But anyway, Erica said that they're trying, I think there's like a competent, like a trial to see if he's competent or whatever that's coming up, a hearing to see if he's competent, Tom. And she said that she's been telling people forever that Tom is not competent. She's like, I've been raising my hand like, hey, I think something's not right. And she's like, but nobody listened to me. And there's like, well, who's nobody? Nobody. She's like, his family, people that's around him, nobody wanted to listen to me when I was saying that before. Anyway, let's move on. So then we go to Garcelle and Sutton, because Garcelle came later. Because she was working. And so Sutton comes over to her room and they just have a quick conversation about Erica. And Sutton just said that she's just at the point where she don't really want to fix the situation either. Fine. Okay. We get to dinner. I'm not trying to rush through this, y'all, but this episode really wasn't a whole lot. But anyway, we go to dinner. Now, everybody's cool, calm, and collected, and Kathy Hilton is the one that sparks it because she's like, I just feel like there's a whole lot of tension here. I don't really know. So then Sutton jumps in, and she's like, I know that me and Erica, we've had a situation, but I just, and I think Erica was like, well, you called me a liar, and I don't like to be called a liar. And so Sutton was like, I didn't call you a liar. I never said that you were a liar. And then Bravo flashes back to all of the dinners where Sutton said, I feel like you lied about this, you lied about that, which is going back to what I was saying earlier. Sutton, just because you did not say out of your mouth, like she said, I never said Erica was a liar. That doesn't matter. You don't have to say Erica was a liar, but you did say Erica lied about this. Erica lied about that. That is saying that she's a liar, and that's okay. That is my only problem with Sutton. I do appreciate the fact that Sutton did say at that table, I'm not apologizing and I don't feel bad for calling that meeting because I had questions. That part, cool. I'm glad that she's like stood 10 toes down on that. But also stand 10 toes down on the fact that you felt like she was lying, and that's okay. Don't backpedal from that. Say what you said. Yes, Erica, I think that you're lying. And I think you're a liar. Maybe not in totality, but in this situation, I think you are a liar about the situation. Should have just sat on that, Sutton, not backpedaled. But everything else, Sutton said that she don't apologize for saying. And so Erica, I'm sorry, but it's the energy for me because, see, that's the type of energy that I would have. Not if I'm Erica, but like when somebody tries to confront me about some shit that I'm not really trying to hear, that's how I am too. She was like, why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me? Okay. Then I say, I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't care. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about none of that. And then Sutton was like, yeah, Miss Small Town. She said, no, that's you, Miss Small Town, small-minded. And then Sutton was like, see, I don't like that. I don't like that. She said, girl, I don't care. Erica looked around like, why is she talking to me? Didn't I tell y'all I don't want her to talk to me and I don't got nothing to say to her, so why is she talking to me? I said, Lord, Erica's with the shits, y'all. Obviously, she's with the shits. So I felt that was funny to me. Erica was just like, girl, I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to hear nothing that you got to say. End of the conversation. So then Dorit jumps in and says, tries to jump in and try to be like, well, Sutton, maybe if you would have. Now, to be fair, Dorit never got her point out because Sutton kept cutting her off. But Garcelle jumps in and was like pretty much like, Dorit, how are you trying to help her? Like, because to me, it seems like all y'all trying to do is like just skew it towards like Sutton. Y'all just trying to put everything on Sutton. Pretty much like the rest of y'all wasn't saying shit either. And so then Dorit was like, that's not true. That's not true. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. I'm actually trying to help her. I'm actually trying to help her. Dorit, you wasn't trying to fucking help her. And even Garcelle was like, this is giving me very much what happened at Kathy's house. And at Kathy's house, y'all did all put it on Sutton, which that's a fact. Y'all all did. So then, Garcelle was like, so let me get this right. So you pushing her to keep, by saying to Sutton nonstop at that dinner, oh, say it true, say it true, say it true. So you pushing her, that's helping her. And Dorit was like, yes, actually, that is me helping her. Said, girl, bye. Get the fuck out of here. Dorit, you wasn't trying to help her. Neither was Kyle. What y'all was both trying to do is take the heat off of y'all and to put it on Sutton. That's what the fuck it was. And that's what Garcelle was saying, okay? Then Dorit, I guess, finds this as an opportunity to bring up whatever fuckity fuck issue she has with Garcelle. And like Garcelle said, and even Kathy was like, Kathy said, because I think Dorit starts, and then Kathy was just like, Dorit, like, come on. Like, she literally said, Dorit, come on. Like, come on. And then in her confessional, Kathy was like, I'm tired of all of this back and forth, like it's stupid. And even Kathy said at the table, like, I thought this was handled. Exactly. Dorit, we don't want to hear this shit no more. You're making a problem where there is no problem, and it's very fucking annoying. And I'm glad that tonight was shut down, and I don't want to hear nothing else about it until we get to the reunion. I'm done, because you're making a problem where there is no problem. And Lisa, for whatever reason, is jumping on your bandwagon and doing the same fucking thing, and it's very fucking annoying. But Kathy was me. Dorit, shut the fuck up. That's not what Kathy said, but that's what she wanted to say. Dorit, shut the fuck up, because you already been doing the majority of the talking at this table anyway tonight. Shut up, okay? So then, like I said, Dorit keeps going and tries to talk about whatever issue she had with Garcelle, and oh, well, you did an article and you said that you had a problem with all of us. So then Lisa jumps in, and Lisa was like, well, I mean, Garcelle, you say you want to be friends with us, right? Do you like everybody at this table? She said, yeah, some more than others. That's what I don't. So how, again, she's being honest and telling y'all, yeah, I'm cool with y'all. Some more y'all than others. To me, that's being straightforward. But okay, y'all could say that's not. And then she was like, well, you need to make an effort to be more friendly. It's a two-way street. And then she goes on her confession and she's like, we threw a party for Garcelle and everything like that, but she didn't even know when Kyle's birthday was. She's not really friends with Kyle. Why would she know that? She's not really friends with Kyle. Duh. Her and Kyle just got cool again. She's not really friends with her. So how is it that because Garcelle doesn't know specifically when Kyle's birthday is, now she's a terrible fucking friend? Lisa, shut the fuck up, because the thing is, again, Lisa, you have no clearance. You are a terrible fucking friend. You have no clearance at all. Being a friend doesn't mean knowing when your birthday is. Being a friend is standing up for somebody and standing up for your friend when they're being jumped on. Being a friend is not jumping in and helping everybody jump on your friend like you're doing to Garcelle right now, the same way you did to Denise. Because see, and the only reason why, and I think this is the same reason why everybody's a little bit confused as to why Lisa is so on Erica's side and she's so understanding about Erica. Something in the milk ain't clean about that. I don't know if maybe Lisa let Erica borrow some money, or maybe some way, somehow, maybe Erica has something on Lisa, but the friendship that you're giving to Erica, you did not give to Garcelle or Denise, which are people that you said you've known longer than Erica. Get the fuck out of here. Again, like I said, Lisa is friends out of convenience. And I really feel like Lisa don't got shit else going on. So she used that as an opportunity to jump in with the Dorit, to jump in on Garcelle. And that was a little get back from, the whole Denise situation and how the internet tore her ass up, as we rightfully should have. Lisa, how dare you? But you got the nerve out of everybody to say that. And then Lisa going to say, oh, you need to be more straightforward. Lisa, again, you don't have the clearance to say that, bitch, because you're not straightforward with anybody. That's the image that you portray, but that's not how you actually, Mrs. Own it, but somebody who never does. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That shit pissed me off. So then we go to commercial and we come back, and Garcelle pretty much is like, look, Then nobody ever stopped to think how uncomfortable I feel in this thing. She said, me being the only black woman, and it's not trying to make it about race. But the point of the matter is, I do not feel all the way comfortable in this group. I feel awkward at times. And have you ever went into a space and constantly had to prove yourself over and over and over and over and over again? Have you ever had to do that? And then Kathy, white ass across the table. Yeah, I have. I have walked into. I mean, Kathy's weird. So maybe she has been the weirdest person in the room. So I ain't gonna doubt her now, because Kathy Hilton is really fucking weird. But anyway, she just was pretty much like, no one notices pretty much at all the fact that I could feel uncomfortable in this situation. Nobody ever gives me the space to feel like that. Okay. I'm not allowed to feel like that, because now all of a sudden, I'm being combative and I'm being shady. And also, Garcelle brought up a really good point about the whole article that they was referencing about what she said. She said everybody at this table is shady. Like, let's be real, and that's very much true. All of y'all shade each other all the time, but why is Garcelle being the only one held to task for it? Don't understand that. But okay. But anyway, Garcelle said her point, and then everybody at the table, Lisa's like, I said, Lisa, get your fake ass out of here. Then Dorit comes over and they all hug her. Why is it that you have to be, why do you have, I don't even know how to explain it, but I don't like how for y'all to show her sympathy or to understand her, why she had to break down and cry. I don't get that, because y'all kind of do the same thing to Erica, or like used to, like, oh, Erica doesn't cry, so that means that she's not emotional, that means that she don't have feelings. Everybody is not a crier, and everybody is not okay with just being that open and honest. And let's just be real, it's not a race thing, but it kind of is at the same time. Yes, Crystal is there, and Crystal is also a minority and stuff, but it's not the same as being a black person amongst a group of white women, mostly white women. It's awkward sometimes. It's uncomfortable. Y'all might not get my humor. Y'all might not get my language. Y'all might not get my culture. So it's like I have to fit in with y'all. Y'all don't have to necessarily fit in with me. That's a lot of times where it comes from. And I know that from firsthand experience. Trust me. I've gone to a lot of, I don't want to say all white schools, because that's not true. I went to mostly one all white school, but a lot of the classes that I've taken, only black person in there. And even working in corporate America, I'm like the only black person on, like, I'm like maybe the only second or third person, maybe third black person. It's only 3 black people, I think, on my entire fucking department. Okay, I work in the marketing department at a company. And so, even working in corporate America, it's hard because, again, you have to fit in with them. They don't have to fit in with you. You have to somehow, because remember, they're the majority, right? So the conversation is going to be dominated by whatever it is that they're talking about. So you have to insert yourself and find a place to fit in there. They don't have to find a way to fit in with you because you're the only one. So for example, this has nothing to do with anything, but let's just say, like, I don't know, everybody's now at the table and everybody's talking about Beverly Hills 90210. I don't know shit about that show. I have not, that's not something I watched. But I could sit up here and, but let's say I talk about the verses, right? Nobody's going to understand what I'm talking about. And they don't really have to, because they're not the majority. All of y'all are. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking in circles, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's hard sometimes being the only black person in a group amongst of white people. It just is. So then they do the sound bath the next morning. Erica didn't go because she had a lot going on. Once the sound bath is over, Lisa tells Dorit and Kyle that she read something that said that Tom's brother is now like the conservatorship, has conservatorship over him, and how, they're thinking about putting Tom in the hospital, a mental hospital. So they go up to go see Erica, and Erica said, yeah, I didn't come because of that. And she doesn't want him to go into a home. She feels like he should have a caretaker. And she talks about, the fact that her mom had dementia and Tom is alleged to have dementia. She said, when she went into a home, like, I didn't like that shit. Like, of course, we all know about how homes, they sound real nice, but they treat them people in there like shit. Like, I'm right now going through that right now. We're trying to convince my grandmother to move from North Carolina to up here to where me and my mom is. But because she's getting to the point, I mean, she can still remember, but we don't want her to get to the point to where she can't do anything for herself. By the time that happens, you need to be already up here so that we can help you versus us putting you in a home, because that shit sucks. So you know, Erica talks about, you know, how, because I think uh, Kyle and Lisa was like, well, what about his family? Like, what about his kids and stuff? And she said, all of his family has abandoned him. All his family, his kids, everybody has abandoned him because they don't want to be tied to the whole situation about what's alleged. They don't want that stain on him. And so I just found that interesting that Lisa was so understanding. I don't know what Erica has on Lisa or Harry Hamlin. I highly doubt it's Harry Hamlin. But I don't know what she has on Lisa. But it's weird to me. It's just really weird how understanding all of a sudden Lisa has become. Just find that interesting. But other than that, there wasn't really much to the episode, y'all. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what y'all think. I'm out live.